every single time, and it's so unique. It's,
I
you don't
love it.
find pieces like this in a store.
And this is the ring that I'm wearing too, which I'm crazy about. By the way, the necklace we just showed comes in the yellow vermeil, the white, and also it comes in the rose vermeil. So this ring is also available in rose vermeil, which I've been wearing because I love the suite of the rose vermeil ring, the necklace, the watch, and the bracelet.
That looks awesome.
So kind of pulling that all together matches my hair. So I just
but you know what? I love it against that blue. By the way, if you are a painter or somebody who's in the work of art, arts, the blue and the rose actually are complementary colors. They're on the opposite end of the color spectrum, so it makes the rose more blush.
I'm glad I did that right, because I'm nervous making those.
Those
are big decisions, what to wear for a Victoria show.
It's true. It's actually on the opposite. They make both colors more intense. So that, I mean, first of all, this ring.
I love vintage.
I know why you love it, because doesn't this remind you of like a crocheted lace? Like if you took gold and diamonds and you crocheted it, it almost feels like that, because it's very light and airy, and yet it's very sturdy. Also, this has been in my line for a very long time. I don't like to repeat designs over and over, but this one has been here for almost 10 years because our customers refuse to let go of this.
Yeah.
So we don't do this often. This reminds me of like a queen's tiara or something that you would have done during like Queen Victoria's days. She was an 18-year-old involuntary queen that became queen, and there was such a lot of hope and romance in the country, after so much, like doom and gloom. So that jewelry at that time was very romantic, very elegant, very sort of innocent, young, optimistic, and light and airy. And I feel like these kinds of pieces really brings out that feminine side of us. We want to be pretty. We want to look elegant. We want to have all that. And yet, it's not like a cute little juvenile girly. I mean, this is very Beverly Hills to me.
Well, I also love the idea that, to me, it looks like, okay, maybe there was that estate sale where you said, this is what I want. Someday I'm going to own a piece like this. And you went to auction and you got a number, you had to register and you bid on it. And then you took this home and maybe it had a history that it was owned by some duchess and some foreign. It just to me seems like it has a story to it, like a personality.
Right. Have you ever been to one of those auctions?
You know what? I have seen them on TV.
I was going to tell you that by the time you get your champagne and you get your, all your fees, you've definitely paid more than $79 before you got the catalog, before you got the invitation.
I know that there's fees to even be involved.
Right.
Like you can't even get in the door. You have to pay. I actually got an invitation once to go to one.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that it was expensive to go to buy things. It's like they charge you to go buy things. I didn't understand.
Yes, they do. And I've been privileged many times where I've actually designed the jewelry for the event. Like a lot of times it is for charity type thing, where I've had to design pieces for the event. And there's nothing free. And it's amazing, and when you look at those pieces, when they come up as an auction piece, a lot of times they weren't really all that valuable, they weren't made all that well, but because somebody owned it, whatever, they go. Yeah. But they never go on the opening bid. I bid on something years ago, the opening bid was like $5,000, and I thought, oh, that's great. Maybe I can even afford that. Even I can afford the $5,000. You know what, the piece ended up going for like, I don't know, $200,000 or something. By the time it was done, everybody overbid. There were silent bidders, all that. The point is, though, you can go to any of those auctions wearing this ring, and no one is going to know that this is not real. I mean, I've gone to auctions where I wore my absolute pieces, and I've totally outglitzed everybody. Nobody knew the difference, and sometimes I do it just to dare them, and they wouldn't, sometimes I would even tell them, like, that is not the real deal, but this is, because I'll mix and match. Yeah. No one would believe me. Well, I would tell them this is an absolute. They wouldn't believe me because they look the same.
Absolute is a D-flawless diamond. It's the diamond you could afford if you had all the money in the world to get perfection on every single stone.
The diamond you would want to afford.
You would want to afford, right, exactly. And then you always make compromises if you're getting one diamond, a single. You say, okay, I'm going to get a little bit off the color, a little bit off the clarity, just to get into my price range. Yeah. But there's no compromise with absolute.
Right. I deal with that all the time in the real diamond world.
You've got to do that balancing act of what do you want to give up?
You got to set a budget. Exactly.
You got to give up something.
God, you know so much, Helen. That's true.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I have to ask every day. Whenever.
What's important to you?
What's important to you? The size, the clarity.